Strong to damaging winds will continue for parts of southeastern Australia through the remainder of today, with a cold burst to follow this weekend. Now, we still do have severe weather warnings for damaging winds current for eastern alpine Victoria, southeast alpine New South Wales, with that risk of damaging gusts continuing through this afternoon and evening before easing later today. We've already seen some very strong winds throughout the southeast, including wind gusts of over 130 kilometres an hour in the Grampians in Western Victoria, over 115 kilometres an hour through the eastern ranges. Now, with those strong winds, blizzards are still a hazard on the New South Wales side of the border, which could create really dangerous visibility conditions. Now, I said these winds will be easing later today. That is because the front that is driving those strong winds is slipping away to the south. It'll take those strongest winds with it later this afternoon and evening as it moves off to the southeast. We'll still see showers through eastern Victoria and much of New South Wales, but the winds are going to be taking a step back a bit. Going into tomorrow, those showers gradually contract towards the east coast and we start to see a drying trend for much of Tasmania, Victoria and southern New South Wales. We'll see the wet weather and possible thunderstorms continuing through northeast New South Wales, however, with some moderate falls possible. This more settled break in the weather will be short-lived, however, because the next cold front is quickly approaching. It will reach the southeastern states later on Friday, sweeping through during Saturday and bringing further showers and much colder air with it. Now, through the course of Saturday going into Sunday, we are going to see the risk of small hail for parts of Tasmania, southern Victoria and southeastern New South Wales. The coldest air will be moving up late Saturday going into Sunday, and we're going to see a significant temperature drop across these southeastern states between Friday or Saturday and Sunday. Having a quick breakdown of those temperatures now, we can see that today's maximum temperatures are still on the milder side of things. 14 degrees through the far southeast, 16 for Adelaide, up to 23 degrees in Sydney in the mild northerly winds ahead of this front. Even tomorrow, in the wake of that frontal system, we're not really seeing a huge impact on those temperatures. Still up to 16 degrees in Melbourne, 15 in Hobart, and fairly warm further north as well. But behind that coldest air as we go into Saturday is when we'll see the temperatures shift. So 13 degrees is all we're forecasting as a daytime temperature for Adelaide on Saturday, 12 degrees in Melbourne and Hobart. It isn't until Sunday that cold air reaches Sydney, however, and we see the temperature dropping from 21 degrees back to around 16 to finish off the weekend. Now, in addition to the temperatures themselves, the wind chill factor and the showers that may be ongoing at times will make the feels like temperature feel even lower than the actual temperature. Now, of course, with cold air lowering temperatures, we also have a lowering snow level over the next couple of days. A few flurries of snow moving across the southeast with this first front, but with the second front, we're going to see that snow level dropping much more significantly. Potentially down as low as 400 metres across parts of southern Tasmania later on Saturday going into early Sunday, as low as 600 or 700 metres on the mainland. However, it is worth noting that as we go into the later part of Saturday into Sunday, that's when our showers start to ease back. So we may not see as much snow as you'd expect across the weekend period. We still are looking at another 10 to 15 centimetres or so across our alpine resorts, but it won't be the heavy blanket of snow we had last week. So between the winds today and the cold to come this weekend, you can find all the details via the Bureau's website or the BOM social media. Stay safe and we'll catch you next time.